All right, it's Black History Month. Frequently, the members of the Black LGBTQ plus community are overlooked or underrepresented. Have you been to Wilton Manors, by the way? I'd swallow that question number 3. I think we all should do our part to help support Black LGBTQ plus community members this month, at least in the celebration of this month. What do y'all think?
Absolutely. And let's, this Saturday at the Pride Center, there's going to be the first Black History Month, The Cookout, which is sponsored by Hotspots Magazine, among others. And it's going to be really good. There's going to be food, there's going to be games, there's going to be cash bar for donations. So it's worth checking out. It's worth supporting. Come out, represent everybody in our community.
I'm curious for all of you. Do you think white LGBTQ does enough for our our members in community, the people of color?
Absolutely not.
And why is that? If you don't think, I mean, y'all are overwhelmingly immediately saying no, but why?
So there's an understanding in the LGBTQ community that a lot of our progress was championed by Black trans women or trans women of color. And they understand that and they celebrate that as a role. But traditionally, whenever you walk into a place where you have privilege, like me as a cis white man,
Wait,
a lot
you're
of
a man?
I know it's so confusing.
Yes.
But it's you don't recognize or try to listen to other people's stories, and it's so important for us. I got my start in drag. One of my drag moms is a beautiful dark-skinned Black woman, and it's so important for us to listen to those stories and step off our platforms to let them have a say.
Help me understand, why do we do that? Why are we not embracing? Why are we not holding up?
Because we're okay, because we pass, because we're able to go somewhere and not get discriminated against like our Black and Browns brothers and sisters are on a frequent everyday basis. You know, I go to Unity on the Bay, right? And you go to unityonthebay.org, they're doing an anti-racism month. So every day you get something, you get some information, you get a task that you have to do, you got to do some journaling, etc. And I'm only on day 2, and it really does scream at me that I don't know about the Black community. And I thought I did because I come from the hood and all that kind of jazz, and I'm 6% Nigerian. I don't know anything, and I am now educating myself like everybody should.
And I think part of it is what we don't notice what we don't see. When I was talking with Jameer Baptiste, who's one of the organizers for this, I was discussing it with another story for another story, but he mentioned this and we talked about it. But I've never noticed that Wilton Manors doesn't have a Black History Month celebration because I'm not looking for it. I don't know. I mean, if there had been one for a long time and then it was gone, I would probably notice. But we don't notice it because we don't see it. We don't not see it.
And my only question is that maybe in New York or Chicago or San Francisco, other cities, they may be paying more attention. There may be more focus. It may get lost down here for some.
You know, what both of you have, what all of you have just said really washes over me, because even with this cookout, I'm going this weekend. I'm sure many of us are going to the cookout. Jameer Baptiste sponsoring and helping organize the awareness. But it washes over me clearly with all of the things that we do on Wilton Drive. We're among the gayest places on planet Earth. We aren't doing anything this month.
But understand that Wilton Manors isn't the only place that's not doing anything, Al. There's so many cities. I can only name about 2 or 3 cities that are actually doing something in Miami for Black History Month.
One of my favorite posters from the Black Lives Matter movement is "Matter is the minimum." They should be valued, they should be celebrated, they should be listened to and heard.
Yeah, very valuable. I like this conversation. Well, LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus